Good evening, folks. How are you doing? How are you doing? Hope that you're all having a good night. And I have some I have a treat for you tonight. We're going to have some fun. Um we are going to go take a look at some houses in the lavender beds in the subdivision of Ward 2. But before we do that, we are going to look at some housing stuff here in my house. I don't know if you noticed, but I tore my house down. I tore it all down. Here it is. It's all torn down. Everything's been torn down. Um and it's in a complete state of disarray at the moment. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to show you some of the little ideas that I've been working on for housing stuff, and hopefully it'll be inspiring to you. And yeah, so let's just start first by saying I made a thing tonight. I cooked a thing for dinner. Um, we got the uh, the Final Fantasy cookbook. I got it. It came in the mail the other day. I was so excited because it looks so cool, and it really is cool. Um, Hold on, the closed captions are not working. There we go. Okay, so I cooked something from the cookbook. We made, oh gosh, I hope I say it right. I think it's called Bociola, and is basically uh, pasta with mushroom and cream sauce, and it was delicious. It was really, really delicious. We really liked it. Um, so if you haven't gotten the cookbook yet, you should totally get the cookbook. It's so good. And the recipes are really well thought out and well written, and the book itself is beautiful. It's a beautiful cookbook. It's so cute, so cute. Um, yeah. So I hope that you'll get it and that you'll try it. We had some delicious dinner. Thanks, Final Fantasy uh, cooks, for making this cookbook for us. It was great. All right. So download music here. All right. So I have been working on some things in my house to show you all. Um, and so we'll go down and take a look in just a minute. I got to do something real quick.
Children of the land and sea waves, why must you turn to empty beliefs? Tell me why break trust? Why turn the past to dust? Seeking solace in the abyss. Tell me why create a circle none can.
So one of the things that I have done um, is I have created a custom Christmas tree, and I'm going to show you this. It, I was playing around with it all afternoon. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the tree first, and then we'll break it down so that you can see how I put it together. So this is the thing right here. I'm going to go first person. So this is basically a Christmas tree made out of vases of flowers. And I thought it was so cute. I don't know what I was thinking when I started building it, but I really like it, and I think it's super cute. Um, So, we use this meadow rug as the, like the Christmas tree skirt kind of thing. And these are, you can buy these flower vases from Taney in New Gradania, right near the 8th right from the florist. And I use the Sumptuous Dimensions flower vases and the Imposing Dimensions flower vases to do these. And I just put a whole bunch of stuff here under the tree. Basically, I had one set of these sparkle boxes, so I put them there. But then there's these empty boxes. This item right here, you can purchase this from the housing vendor, either in your home, and I think you can also buy it from the housing vendor in the different housing districts in the world. So, yeah, you can do that. You can buy those. Just put the dead man's chest there and some booze, because those are the presents for the adults. The toys are for the children, but the booze and money is for the adults. I know that's what I want for Christmas. Oh, I don't, but if I could, then maybe I would. But so, one moment here. All right. So basically, what I did to build this, check this out. So, apart from all of this stuff that's sitting under here, oh, and here, look at this cute little item. I don't know if you've ever seen this. This is the Little Chef's Play Set. It's so cute. Isn't that adorable? It's just like, a little doll and a little butcher knife. Is that the little pot? A butcher knife and a cutting board and a play box. But yeah, and then there's like a fake fish and a fake carrot and just some little fake vegetables and stuff. And I assume that it's a fake knife. I hope it's a fake knife. But maybe not. This is Eorzea. You cut your hand off, and you can just wave our hands over it, and it'll come back. So there. I put all this stuff under this tree, lots of toys. The tree itself, I'm gonna actually start dismantling it for you, so that you can kind of see what I did. Pull the rug out from under. Let's see if I can do that. I wish the butt spot would tell Lenny Canine what to do with his followers. Okay, so basically, I'm just gonna I think I can pick. My inventory is so full of stuff. All right, so I'm just gonna start moving things and picking things up. You can see. I don't know if you've seen the item. There's an item called a cable reel table, and it is really cheap to make. And it's a table, but it's also, at the same time as it being a table, it is a tabletop item. And so the basic structure of this Christmas tree made of flower vases is 3 of the cable reel tables. I stacked them on top. After I finished building the whole thing. Oh, hey, welcome, Garkin. Thanks for the alert. I appreciate it. So after I put all the flower vases up on there to make the tree, I stuck the little wooden table thingy in there to fill in the gap at the bottom, because the stems from the tall vases are kind of spindly, and you could probably just hide it with a bunch of stuff, but um, you know, I just didn't do that. Oh, I don't want to do that yet. I don't want to move that yet. So basically, there's 3 cable reel tables in here, and I just used these vases. These are the smaller ones, right? Put the smaller ones in the front, around the bottom to fill it out and make it thicker. So it looks like the, nice big blue Christmas tree. And then I put some of the imposing dimensions on the bottom. I think I have 4 on the very bottom, and then 3 on the next level here, then 2 on the next level, and then 1 on the top. And that makes it really tall. And I just hung a little lantern up at the top to make it like the light at the top of the tree, right? And I put some jellyfish lanterns in there and some other lamps on the table. And what I did is I staggered the tables. Here, I'll pull these away so that you can see. So I've got these 3 cable reel tables stacked one on top of the other. And, the first one is out the furthest. Then the next one, I put it back a little bit. And the next one back a little bit further. And I just stacked the flowers up on the front of it and moved the partitions in so that it looks like it's a tree sitting in the corner, and threw all the things underneath it. And I thought it looked really cute. Anyways, that is the Christmas tree made of flowers. If you don't have one of the Christmas trees and you don't want to spend whatever it costs on the market board to buy one, and you want to put up a Christmas tree, this is something that you can do with items you can buy from the vendor for the flowers, and easily crafted cable reel tables and the jellyfish lamps. Those are a low-level, easy crafting recipe as well. Um, and the other things were just purchased from the vendor, the lamps and stuff, and the wood table. Um, so yeah, you can do this. You can build this cool Christmas tree in your house. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is downstairs in my house. Let's go downstairs and take a look at some of the other things that I worked on. All right, so here's an item that you can make. Super easy. This is a Moogle bed. It's not the same as the Moogle bed that you can craft. It's a white feather bed. It's a futon to make this cushion, and it's the Mog couch. If you stick them together, you can make a Moogle bed. That's super cute. You can make a nice bookshelf. We saw this in someone's house this last week, out of an open partition and a mounted bookshelf. You stick it in there. So that's super cute. I'm going to show you how to put lalafels up on a stool, or anything up on a bench or stool too. Other thing that I did here, I made this open window. This is like a fancy open window made out of partitions. Everything that I used to make this window, you can purchase from a vendor. You can purchase from the housing vendor. Everything that you need to make this. So it's the Azim Step Phasmascape. Well, except actually you can't buy the planter partition at the bottom. You can't buy that from a vendor, but the rest of it you can. This is, just a slanted skylight at the top. What I did was I took the Azim Step Phasmascape, put that down, and this is a cracked arch window. And what I did was I mounted the cracked arch window at the height that I wanted it on a stage panel. And I rotated the stage panel so that the front of the cracked arch window was facing towards the Azim Step Phasmascape. And then I moved it in, close to it. Didn't have to get it all the way, just put it in close. And then I used the counter placement glitch to detach the crystal arch window from the stage panel. And that I will show you how to do. I'm going to show you how to do 3 glitches. These are 3 easy glitches that you, like, I did not do, and no floating of things on shelves or trying to like boost things up into the air for any of these things I'm showing you today. This is using 3 super easy glitches that are part of the game that have been in for the longest time. And it's basically the counter placement thing, um, and the place from storage, and the thing with these girls where, if you place them when you're standing at a particular height, then they will be popped up onto an object underneath them if it's the right height. So, yeah, so that's the thing. And so once you get the cracked arch window floating in the air, then you move the Phasmascape up into the window until it just comes in front of the glass, but not in front of the wood. And you can't do it if you have the front of the window showing towards you. You have to have it the back of the window because there's more clearance on the back of the window. So that's why I turned the window around backwards to do this. And I put it up at such a height so that it looks like, there's that the window is open at the bottom. So it looks like, the window is open and there's leaves from outside coming in, and it's a breezy day. Um, in the Azim Steppe, you can see the clouds up there are moving. It's really pretty. And I just took these fans, to cover up the gap at the top there, and put the skylight above it. And you can do whatever you want to fill in that gap up there. You could put a big painting over the top. You could put curtains up there, whatever you want. But you're going to have a gap up there. And you could put a wooden beam across it too, or some wall planter, on a wooden beam. There's a lot of things that you could do to fill in the gap at the top. But that's what I did. I just kind of threw those fans up there because I thought that looked cute. But that's a nice little open window that you can make that's super easy. And I'll go behind it so you can see how things are placed. Ignore the fish tank that's in the way. So there is the cracked arch window. This is the Phasmascape. You can see the window is shining into the back here. And this just the partition, kind of put up there. So that's a really easy, cool item that you can make by doing a really simple glitch. Then I did this here because I thought this was really cute. This is the manor sink, and I just kind of stuck it in to this partition so that you wouldn't see the weird arm that sticks off the side of it. And this is just an imitation oblong window that I stuck in there. Just kind of sunk it into the partition and stuck that window in there, and it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. I like it. I like that. That is another thing that I did. Here is a window that I made. That's a really cute little window that I made from, this is a silk cupboard, and it is the large square imitation window. And basically, I mounted the large square imitation window on the partition. Now, you have to put it on the partition using the place from storage glitch, because for whatever reason, I don't know why, the devs at Final Fantasy decided that you could not mount the windows on partitions, just, unless you use a glitch. And so we use a glitch, and I'm going to show you how to do that too. So you mount the square window onto the partition. You put your cabinet where you want the window to be, and then you just move the partition until the window is at the right depth in the cabinet, so that this metalwork from the cabinet is in front of the window, right? And the curtains. These curtains. This is all part of the cabinet, and I think it's really super cute. It's really super cute. And I just, put some roses above it and below it, and I hung the little bluebird mobile because I thought that would be super adorable, just because I was feeling cute. So we've got that going on there. Oh, hey, Crisscross. I am going to show you how to do them in just a few minutes. I'm just showing you the things that I made, and then I'm going to walk through how to do it before we go look at houses. So if you're hanging out, welcome, and I'm going to show you how to do it in just a few minutes. I'm going to show you three. I'm going to show you the place from storage glitch. I'm going to show you the counter placement glitch, and I'm going to show you how to float your vendors up onto a bench so that you too can have Lalafels on a bench that bow to you when you come see them, and that they show over the top of a, whatever counter it is that you have them selling stuff at. So the next thing that I did was I made this little loft sleeping area without floating a single piece of furniture. Not one thing was floated up on a partition. Nothing floated using a Riviera wall shelves or anything. This was all just brought up and plopped down. The only glitches that I used up here were the place from storage glitch. So check it out. This little sleeping area. It's a bed there. Go in and you can lay down on it. It's actually the top of this is the mahogany bunk bed. This is a mahogany bunk bed. And I closed it off down below with this half partition, white rectangular partition. And this is just, a marble partition there, marble partition across the back, a marble partition across the. I put the little fountain there. I put the full threshold up. That's the thing that you have to use the place from storage glitch to get in. This one you don't. This one you do. Plant. And the rest of it is just stuff that I, basically just put in there. Whoops, I fell through the thing. All right, let's go back up here. Take a look here. And I did a couple different things here so that you could see a couple ways of dealing with edge of the bed. You could use ivy pillars, or you could use rose trellises. You could use these. You can choose whichever one, or you can use all of it. You can float a bed. You can. I didn't, but you didn't. I didn't float anything through this. This is one that you can make without floating a bed. You can put a bed onto, a loft, and then slowly and painstakingly use a stage panel to raise it up. And I've done it many times. But this is this when you don't have to do that. You just stick the mahogany bunk bed down here, and I'm gonna show you how. I'm going to pull this little partition out. So let's see here. I'm just going to move this partition right here. Let's see. Move it over this way. And we'll walk in here. And so here you can see, this is the mahogany bunk bed. It's just inside here. 3 marble partitions and 1 rectangular partition. Close off the bed, and then a loft stuck up onto the rectangular partition. And that's how I made that the little loft area. And then you can just hang things on the wall around it. You can use all the floral and greenery and stuff and jazz it up. And you can drop a folded futon. This is a folded futon, which is a tabletop item. And you can just plop it right on top of this bed, because the top of this bed counts as a table. So any tabletop item you can put in there. You can put toys in there, stuffies, all kinds of things, pillows. Yeah. So, and you can make this really cute little sleeping nook. Very cute. Very cute. All right. So let's do some glitching. I'm going to show you how to do some stuff. All right, so let me get my housing menu open. First thing I'm going to show you is the stage panel thing. Okay, so this is the counter placement trick that you can use to float any wall-mounted object that you want to. I'm going to turn the lighting up in the house too, so that brighter and you can see what's going on. All right. So you have a stage panel, and any wall-mounted item that you want can float in the air. So what I'm going to use is I'm just going to take one of these paintings over here off of the wall. Take this one. Right. I'm just going to put that painting on there. And now watch what I do. You see this little button here? That button says toggle counter surface placement on and off. So when it's yellow, that means that counter placement is turned on. That means that you can put stuff onto a counter or a surface. Right? So if you uncheck that and then click on the painting and move it away, but don't place it. Do not click on your right mouse button. Left click so that it pops back onto the stage panel. Now the thing you'll see is that when you mouse over your stage panel, that object is no longer attached to the stage panel. It is now free of the stage panel. So you can grab the stage panel and you can move that stage panel out of the way, and there's your painting floating in the air. Check it out. It's that easy. And you can use that all over the place. Super easy trick right there. I'll do it again just so that you can see it one more time. Turn counter placement on. And one of the things to be aware of is that if you are moving things around and you're doing this, if you put, if I put this stage panel too close to this painting, like this, and I drop the stage panel and move the stage panel around, if I do that, now that it's attached, it'll attach itself to the partition or to a stage panel. So let's do it again. You just put your object on, turn off counter placement, right click the object that you have up there, move it wherever you want around. You don't even have to really move it anywhere, but just, make sure that it's not attached, but then, right, it's a left click. Okay, so you left click on it with your mouse, move it, then right click, and it'll pop back on. And now it's no longer attached, and you can move the stage panel. So that is that glitch. That's so useful. You can float, you can float toys, all kinds, wall lamps, whatever. Doing this, you can do this on a loft as well. So I'll show you that with a tabletop item. You can do the same thing. I'm gonna hang this counter placement on. I'm gonna hang that painting back up on the wall, and I'm gonna put this in my bag. So what I'm gonna show you here is how to do this on a loft, with a loft to float a tabletop item. So you can place a loft or any object, really. You could even just use a table. Here, like I'll use this red brick counter. I'm going to put this red brick counter here. And I am going to put this basket of yarn on top of the red brick counter. So there it is. That object is sitting on the counter. I don't want it on the counter. I want it to be floating in the air. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn counter placement off. I'm going to left click the yarn basket, and then I'm going to, don't have return to inventory on. When you do this, you put it back on the table. Here, the coffee maker. Float the coffee maker. Oh, I got to turn on counter placement again. Okay, so there we are. So place your object. Make sure that you have, the move button clicked. And turn off counter placement. Left click the object. Then right click it so that it pops back into place. And then move your object out from underneath. It's no longer attached. There you go. Floating coffee maker. You can do it with toys, whatever. There you go. You can float food. You can float any tabletop item doing it. And you can float any wall-mounted object doing it on a stage. Just like that. Super easy. Super easy. Super easy. All right. I'm going to put those things away. And there are videos of people doing this stuff on YouTube. But I'll cut a highlight out of this video with all of these in it, and it'll be up on YouTube on my channel as well. All right, so how in the heck did I put these Lalafell ladies up on this thing? Well, I'm going to show you. I'm going to take one of them down, take her, and I'm going to put her into my inventory, not storage, in my inventory. So right in my bag. I'm just going to, yeah, pull her off. All right. So she's in my bag. And now the thing that I'm going to do, I need to stand on something that is about the same height as what they're standing on, right? So let's see what I've got in my bag. I have a Lalafell step stool. I'm just going to, see, it's about the same height. I'm going to put the Lalafell step stool about right here, and then I'm going to click here so that I can get up on top of the step stool, and then I'm going to direct my eyes of my character, like I'm going to turn my view to the place where I want the object to sit. And then I'm going to take this thing, well, that's not this one, the junk monger permit, and I'm going to choose place, and I'm going to choose Lalafell and female, and there she is. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Wait, maybe she needs to be, I thought it was from inventory, but maybe it's from storage. I'm going to put her in storage. Let me try from storage. Now she's in my storage. I'm going to do this again. It's been a while since I did this. I thought it was from inventory, but it might be from storage. Let's check. So I want her to be up in the air, indoor furnishings, go to my storage room, and she's right there at the beginning. Junk monger permit. I want her to be floating. Oh, look, there she is. She's up on the thing. But the thing is that you cannot click and move her. You cannot click to move her. She has to be where you want her. You can only rotate her. So if she's not where you want her, start again. So I'm going to do this again. Furnishings. And click this button in my storage. Whoops, this one. Junk monger. I want her to be up on that thing with the others. And there she is. Okay, so now that she's where I want her to be, click the rotate key, select her, rotate her one full circle, and then click to place and choose Lalafell, female, and then there. Now, the thing that you see is that she's down on the ground, but don't fret. That's what's supposed to happen. Now, close out your housing menu, go outside of your residence, go out the door. Go out the door, and then turn around and come back in. And when you go downstairs, your Lalafell or whatever, you can float row ladies up there if you want to, or whatever. Any NPC that you can put in your house, you can do this with. This does not work with mannequins. Mannequins do not count as the same kind of item. So mannequins, you actually have to float with a shelf or a loft. But there you go. See, look, she's up on this thing. And there she'll stay. Ta-da! So cute. I love that. All right. So we are gonna, now that we've looked at all these fun things that I've been building in my house, and I'm probably gonna decorate my whole house kind of like in this aesthetic right here. This is gonna be my next thing. I'm challenging myself to do my whole house without loading anything on Lofts. I'm only going to use those 3 glitches that I showed you. The place from storage, the counter placement glitch, and the one to put the NPCs. And I might not even do that. I don't know. We'll see. But that was the things I wanted to show you this evening. And I hope that was educational videos. It will be up on YouTube later. I'll have to put this tree back together. I thought it was really cute though. A little Christmas tree made out of tables and flower vases.